just re-hit me so I will proceed to finesse this as if it was the baddest chick I ever talked to. Oh, yeah, you know, even though my clothes smell like Joe, see, I'ma let you know I got a vision of gold. Yeah, me and this mic, it's more than love, it's lust with an appetite. She offered the chain, so I offered the chain. Thought it made me look cold in the platinum thing. The rent done changed, we got to maintain. You know we got to keep a chunk of chain. It's something like a Range Rover, we keep it mobbing in the heater when the brain can blow. Don't get it twisted, baby, my salary ain't set. I do my dinner to get your cavity checked. And I mean no disrespect. You move your neck. Do I need to say anymore? Hey. Yo, do I need to say anymore? Hey. Yo, do I need to say anymore? Hey. Yo, you just rush the check, don't rush the bet. Freezing the waters, I want respect. To excel without excelling my last breath. Cause I have come to conquer the face of death. Yo, no faith is left in the face of death. With no trace of wealth, we face ourselves is coming. With no peace of mind, you find me gunning. With no sense of time, I found you running. This has just got more crazy, G. Come to a little 50 cent, the bullets won't faze me. Resurrection and creation, the God have blessed me. No pen and account on the paper, you can't check me.
All right, the number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. This is a tribute. Did I call it a Tribute Tuesday? What the hell? Today is a Throwback Thursday. Have I been saying Tribute Tuesday? Today is a Throwback Thursday. I actually got written down Tribute Tuesday. So today is a Throwback Thursday, man. And talking about everything that went down in the NBA and yesterday. And the question I asked y'all is, are y'all okay with this, man? And remember now, I've already seen some messages in the chat. They did the same thing back in the day. Stop saying that because they didn't. That has no merit at all. They did. Players did engineer and manufacture trades, but it was at the end of their careers, where it's more understandable, I guess, for guys to chase rings. ChrisPaul kind of falls into that category. Once again, that's why I don't feel like what he did and making this thing happen with him going to play with the Houston Rockets is as blatant and as bad and as lame as what Durant and LeBron did. But basically what you're seeing is everything, in 2017 is shifted to that direction where if you don't get with one of these super teams, and we're talking bench players too as well, what you saw with James Jones when he went from Miami to Cleveland and followed LeBron, Darren Williams last year going to Cleveland to play with LeBron. I'm not just talking about the superstar players as well. It's come to a point now where even the bench players, the middle-of-the-road players, are trying to attach themselves with 1, 2, or 3 teams so that they could possibly be in the running. Because ain't none of these guys trying to go and play with the Milwaukee Bucks. Ain't nobody trying to go and play with Sacramento or the Washington Wizards or anybody like that. They're not trying to do that. They're trying to get to and be a part of, be on the roster of literally 3 teams. The Golden State Warriors, the Cleveland Cavaliers, now adding the Houston Rockets. And I'm trying to think, is there another team that I'm missing? No, I mean, San Antonio, to talk about ChrisPaul going to play for San Antonio was out there. I thought that would have been a good addition. I thought that would have been a great addition, but I still don't think they would have beat, Golden State. So that's where we're at, man. That's where we're at. And y'all can say, oh, it's always been the same. It's not. It's not. We never had these types of discussions. It was never that big of a headline in the news, the way that we've talked about this over the last couple of years since LeBron started this, since he opened up that can of worms in Miami. It was never. I've been watching basketball since like 1978. I don't remember a time ever between 78 and the time that LeBron decided to go to Miami. Between Miami and now in the NBA, I don't remember a time. You're talking about, what was that, 2010 when LeBron did that? In the last 7 years, we have talked about this discussion about building these super teams and free agents going to play with other superstars more than we did in the 30 years preceding, at least in my life. Okay? And so this would have come to, and a lot of y'all cool with it. All right? I'm going to tell you now. The grass ain't always green on the other side. you might think that this is cool, man, but this is going to get old real quick. And I talked about it a couple of days ago as well. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I brought up this whole idea of getting rid of the term free agency and do some type of waiver wire for these players. They may not do this for free agent players. They may not do something that grave, okay? They may not. I'm talking about the NBA. Maybe they won't do something that big, okay? But they're going to have to do something. I don't know what it is. They're going to have to do something. This can't continue, man. This cannot continue. I absolutely hate it. Do I hate free agency in the NBA? Do I hate, not just free agency, do I hate players, the best players in the league, going and playing with the other best players in the league? Do I hate that more than I hate Lil Yachty and Future behind a microphone? I don't know, man. And I'm going to jump in the chat here in a second on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network on Spreaker.com and get some of your thoughts about this little rant that I just had. But I don't know, man. They both really just infuriate me, and I shouldn't let it infuriate me because, I got high blood pressure issues already. All right, so one other quick little comment about what went down yesterday, man. Did y'all find it interesting that Doc Rivers is playing favorites to his little boy? Yes, that's the other big story to come out of this whole ChrisPaul, the Houston thing, is they're saying that ChrisPaul and Doc Rivers fell out. He didn't want to be there because Doc Rivers was blatantly playing favorites to his son, Austin Rivers. Now, okay, we're not there. We weren't in the locker room. We hadn't witnessed any of these things that made the players feel like that their coach was playing favorites to his son. Okay, but the rumor, and I don't know who was the first person to talk about it. I think maybe Stephen A. Smith was the first person I saw talk about it. And no, it wasn't Stephen A. Smith. It was the guy that does SportsCenter. He used to be a Los Angeles Clippers beat reporter or something like that for many, many years, and he now does SportsCenter. But he broke the news, and then you got some confirmation from it from a couple other sources where that the players resented the fact that Doc Rivers was basically showing favorites to his son. And not only that, the other side of it is Austin Rivers was basically eating it up. Like Austin Rivers used to walk around the locker room poking his chest out like, y'all ain't going to do shit to me. My daddy's the coach. Right. They said this dude really like rubbed it in their faces. Like I can mess up. I'm not gonna. And this isn't to the extreme. I'm embellishing here, but something to the effect of, my name is Rivers. My last name is Rivers. The guy running the team, the coach, is my daddy. I can do whatever the hell I want, and there ain't shit gonna happen. That's kind of the way it came across, and they're saying ChrisPaul got messed up or hated that. And he thought that whole thing was messed up, and him and Doc Rivers fell out of favor. Interesting, man. My old man, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I always talk about my old man, reminisce about him, man, miss him dearly. My old man pretty much every single year was the coach of either me or my brother. So when Ryan started playing, Ryan probably started playing maybe 3-4 years after me. So I started playing at 7, and I probably got to 10, and then Ryan started playing. And so my old man was an assistant coach for my team. Every day he got off from work, he came out to the practices or whatnot, and, took all the little kids home to and from practice and whatnot. So he was an assistant coach pretty much every year. And then when Ryan started playing, my little brother, if you're new to the show, you don't know who that is. When Ryan started playing, he went and started coaching his team. I guess he felt like, all right, so I got a good enough foundation and what I need to do. I was around him for these years, so I'm going to go back to this young boy and help him out. And I don't ever remember like my teammates or my friends that played for my team, the Monks going to Cowboys back in 1977 to 1981 or whatever. I don't ever remember them saying, man, your daddy playing favors for you. As a matter of fact, it was the opposite. My old man used to be extra hard on me, I think, to prevent that now that I look back at it. But I don't ever remember anybody pulling me to the side, and we are in elementary school. But I don't ever remember being on the playground shooting marbles at lunchtime, and then one of the kids on my team was like, man, I hate your daddy, our coach. He always put you in the damn game. I don't ever remember that situation. And once again, I'm pretty sure that he was probably cognizant that somebody might say that. And so I'm pretty sure he was extra rough on me. They're saying that's not the case in L.A. They're saying that your boy, Doc Rivers, man, was playing favorites and he's going to deny it. And maybe in his mind, he probably thinks that that's just BS. That's a lie. That's an excuse for ChrisPaul to go and play with James Harden. Maybe he feels like that he went above and beyond what he should, do as far as coaching his son because of that kind of speculation that might go on. I don't know. And we haven't heard his side of the story and talking about that. And I think he actually did mention or put out there, give a statement that ChrisPaul basically wanted to go play with James Harden. And that's it. It's no more, no less than that. And that might be the case, but word out of L.A. is that's not. That the players felt some type of way about Doc Rivers and his relationship with his son on the Los Angeles Clippers. They even mentioned how there was a trade on the table for Austin Rivers, and Doc Rivers, nixed the deal, or he didn't respond to the trade, and the trade offer was pulled, and it was all because he didn't want his son to be traded. And that's a bad look. That's a bad look. I don't know how true that is, but that's what's going on out there. What are your thoughts about that? What are your thoughts about everything that I've talked about in the last 15 minutes of this show, the last 20 minutes of this show? When we get back, we will take your phone calls, 404-382-0338. We'll also jump into the chat room and see what y'all got to say, man. One good thing coming out of this, though, is that the Clippers are going to go back to being the shitty Clippers. Yes, sir. Yeah. Your time on the top was short like leprechauns. Right. Yes, sir. And a matter of fact, that whole good run that the Clippers had over the last couple of years should have never happened. Never happened. If you roll back, if you remember back, speaking of which, ChrisPaul should have been a damn Laker. Right. So ain't no good going to come by y'all. A racist as your damn owner. ChrisPaul leaving. Things are back to normal. Lakers dominate L.A. Hey, back in 3 minutes.
Do it, move.